Aloha guys, welcome to the Live Surf Love YouTube channel with Sean Doherty, aka Polar. Welcome back to a tutorial. We're gonna do pop-up tutorial today. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, you would be awesome. Share it, comment, let me know more tips that you guys want. And yeah, this is my wifey's board, the 9.3 mandala board, customized from Chuck Dent, the shaper, or Chuck Dent shop. Shaper was James Hansen. So yeah, so this is the 9.3 nose rider. Took out the fin so we could do it on the grass. Before we do the pop-up though, for beginners, if you don't know what way to put your foot, so like I'm regular, so my left foot will be in the front, my right foot, you can't see it right now, but my left foot would be in the front, my right foot would be in the back. If you're goofy, it'll be the other way around. It'll be your right foot in the front, your left foot in the back. The best way to do it is you can practice on the ground or on the board and just pop up like 3 to 5 times and you can figure it out by then. You could also have, if you have a friend, they could do the push test. So like whenever you fall, like my left foot would always go forward, then I know I'm regular. Or if you fall with your right foot, then you know you're goofy. And I usually try not to ride with the leash. Sometimes I do when it's bigger or way more crowded. But for me, you put the leash on your back foot. So for a regular footer, you're gonna put the leash on the right ankle or right knee, depending if you're a longboarder, whether you like it on the knee or the ankle. I prefer the ankle over the knee leash. I just feel like it gets in the way sometimes, and I have both, but I just like the ankle. It's just your preference. So whatever you wanna do. And if you're goofy, you're gonna put it on the left foot, either again on your knee or ankle, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But always make sure you have it on the back foot, because if it's on the front, it's gonna be really weird, especially if you try to cross step or try to maneuver. It's not gonna be right and you'll be tripping over the cord. So always on the back foot for a little tip. Now let's get into the pop-up right now. So yeah, so this is 9.3. You definitely wanna get the balance, figure out where the center of the board is. So you want to get in the center of the board, not where it's tilting back. So you want to get down. Make sure your head is up. So when you're paddling like this, and keep your hands under your chest, toes on the board. Keep the head. So do that. I'll do it more. Do it like 5 to 10 times. A lot of the good people do it like 100 times. And every pop-up is going to be different. Right now, that one wasn't that good, but I'm just giving you the basics, ideas of how you're going to pop up. So you want that, when you're paddling, you want that chest up. You want to be looking up. A lot of people, sometimes I do it too, it's hard, is when you're going down, it's like a roller coaster. Your first thought is looking down, but in here on a wave, you want to be looking out. So you want to, I always been taught to look at a palm tree or a roof of a house, depending, or a cliff, depending where you are. Like San Onofre, there's no houses, there's some trees, but there's a cliff. So when you're paddling, you want to keep that head up, chest up, like a cobra position. And then when you pop up, you want to be looking at that top of the cliff or where it's comfortable for your neck. And then if you're at Doheny, there's palm trees and, you know, houses and trees everywhere. So you could look at the top of the trees and keep your head up. We'll get into angling later, but right now, let's just do a couple more pop-ups so you get the idea of the head up, cobra when you're paddling, and then your feet are on the board. You don't want them dragging. You want them close together. You don't want to be paddling like this out and then trying to pop up. You want them as close as you can. And the reason we have the toes on the back of the board is so you don't get the drag. Because if they're in the water, I mean, shortboard's a little different, but when you're in the water and the feet are going against the water, you're going to be going very, very slow, and we need to go as fast as the waves. And especially for longboarders, our waves are not usually the fastest waves, because we could surf 1 to 2 foot waves that are very slow. So let's do it a couple more times and you guys can get the idea. Great. Also, you don't want to be paddling like this where the board's up. You want to be when you're paddling, you want to be middle to the back of the board. You don't want to be too far forward because we don't want the nose to dip down. So we don't want to be paddling up here because when you're surfing, the nose will be dipping down, and that's when your board, we call it nose diving. Your board goes like this, and you have no chance. So that's why we don't want to be too close to the nose. You don't want to be too far back because again, you'll drag. But if you are turning it for a longer board, the back of the board is your turn, just like a skateboard. So you're going to be on the back of the board, but you don't want to be too far back where you're paddling. When you're paddling, you don't want the board to be like that either. So you want it to be level with the water. So how it is on the grass right here, you want it to be level. So when you're sitting and laying down, so when you're laying down and you're first paddling, you'll figure out, okay, my nose, the water's coming above the nose, okay, scoot back on the board. Or if the water's going way underneath and you're riding and the board's like this and the water's coming through and you're like up, that means scoot up on the board and yeah, just get that. You'll find the right balance. I'll show you a video of my wifey, how she pops up, my mermaid, how she keeps her head up. And also you want to know what way the wave's going. We'll get into that later because right now if you're a beginner, you just need to learn the pop-up and most likely you're going to go straight or you're going to think, oh, I'm going right, but the wave's just taking you that way because it's going that way. You're not like forcing it. So right now just work on that pop-up and what way you're going to pop up, goofy or regular. So let's do a couple more. So on that one, I sit straight up, no balance. You want to stay low. All right. So when you pop up, you don't want to pop up like straight up, like I just did right there. That was ugly. So yeah, but you want to, when you pop up, you want to stay low, and then come up. I have more of a classic style, you could say. My wifey has like the Hawaiian pop up. She likes to stay crouched. I have more of the, I pop up and kind of do the laid back, like just cruisy, mellow, stand straight up, kind of chilling thing. So yeah, everybody's gonna have their own style. It's whether how you feel and how you like it. So the best way to learn too on this board is always, if you're going to do it in the grass, like how I'm doing it, and people are like, well, you're going to mess up the fin. I took out the fin. So nope. So either take out the fin, or if you're going to leave in the fin because you're like, oh, this is a pain in the butt, I don't want to deal with the fin, taking it out, putting it back in. I don't mind that. You could also put a towel, a couple of towels or a blanket underneath. So we just don't want to break the fin because the fin only belongs in the water. Also, if you're going to do it in the sand and you want to practice, bury the fin in the sand. So you can actually do that. You could bury it where the board looks flat. So like how it is right now, you just kick sand underneath of it and you could do it. I just recommend just taking it out or putting a towel, but you can do it that way. If you're at the beach and you're like, you know what, I forgot to practice. I'm a beginner, I should practice. Just kick some sand underneath it. Even with the foam board and the plastic fins, we don't want to break the fins and the box because then your day is done. So yeah, the fin is very important in surfing, depending on different fins. We have all different kinds. We have pivot nose ride fins that are good for turning, like more of a rake but pivot. We have a pivot fin that's more flat, where it's just good for nose rides, not really good for turning, but better. We have D fin, that's an old school fin, and we'll get into that another day. But right now, let's just keep practicing the pop-up. So again, I'm just showing you guys how the pop-up's supposed to be, where you're supposed to be on the board, how you're paddling, and always, when you go out into the water, keep your board like this, parallel to the ocean. So when the waves are coming, you want your board like this, because if you have it this way, where my sister, she could tell you an example. This guy Billy was training us a long time ago. I've been surfing maybe now like consistently 14 years or something like that, 15 years, something like that. So you never want to hold your board, because the wave will push it. Even with the foam board, it will hurt and come at you. So if the board is like this, you'll go right over, or you could turtle roll, and you'll be under the board and the wave will go under you, and then you flip it back and come up. So, and if it's a really big wave, what I do is I jump off my board, grab the rails on the other side, pull it into my chest, hold on to the nose, and you'll go right under the wave, right out to the other side, and you're good to go paddle. So let's do a couple more pop-ups, guys. Hopefully this is helping. Make sure you guys again subscribe to Live Surf Love with Sean Doherty. Would be super duper appreciated. It takes like 2 to 3 seconds, guys. Just click that button, would be appreciated. So let's do this. You can either stay low, you can come up, doesn't matter. Alright guys, so that's the pop-up right there, of how you pop up. Again, we could get more advanced with, if we wanted to, we could pop up on the right hand side of the stringer. So for me, for a regular footer, when the waves are breaking left, so let's say the waves are breaking, this is my left hand, and then the waves are going this way to the right. So the waves breaking like this, coming down this way, I'm gonna angle my board. Either angle it, so multiple ways. You could do a fade takeoff, turn the board to the left, pop up from the tail. Like I said, be a little bit farther back, because you could turn it not too far back where you're like, whoa. You want to have it like that, where you could pop up and swing it around. So you would be like this. So I pop up, let's say I popped up, and I'll be back here, and then I can lean into it. And when I lean into that left wave, my board will go like that, straight down the wall. So those are more advanced. We'll get to that. Just practice that pop-up, guys. 20, 100, 5. You don't even have to do it on board. I do it in the house all the time. Not every day. I should do it every day. But yeah, I do it in the house on the carpet. You can do it on a yoga mat. You can do it on the grass. I just like doing it on the board, because you have this stringer, which is, this is the stringer right here. So this wood piece right here in the middle is a stringer. Let's see if you can see it. So see that wood right here? Right here? That's the stringer. So that's the middle of the board. And that's a balsa stringer. Everybody's gonna, if you have epoxy boards are different than PU, polyurethane boards. I like PU. They're heavier. It fits my style more. If you want epoxy, they will not be a stringer. but they'll be lighter. They'll sit on top of the water more. I don't like that feeling, but again, it's your preference. It's just like how popping up. You're gonna have different pop-ups than I do, and yeah, everybody's gonna have their own style of popping up, but everybody does do the same pop-up or same motion of looking up or looking at the wave. So when you get more advanced, you'll see, okay, the wave's going left, so you'll be looking back and you'll be facing the right of like, what am I gonna do with this wave in front of me with the shoulder? And what am I gonna do cross step, or am I gonna trim, or am I gonna get up, do a little floater, roller coaster? So yeah, there's more ways to do it, to get technical, you know, or if I'm gonna go backside, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna do a fade takeoff, or, you know, am I gonna go straight down the line and trim? So right now, for beginners, you're probably gonna just go straight like that, and it'll be fun. But always make sure that you're looking up and you're paddling with your chest up. You're not too far back on the board and not too far forward on the board. And it will definitely help you get to your feet and not use your knees. So yeah. All right, guys. And that is it. We'll do one more. And yeah. Woo. Nail it into your brains. And there you have it, guys. Aloha. Laters. Oh yeah, here we go. Woohoo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! There goes Manya. Woo! On her paddleboard. There's the wifey. You! Look at that, that looks so fun. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Long jump. I have no idea. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woo! Oh yeah. There goes Ryan, the paddleboarder, one of our friends. Phew! Get it, Ryan. Phew! Yeah! Almost got the spinner, guys. I almost had that spinner. Oh, so close. Oh yeah. Woo. I ate shit. That was the worst turtle roll ever. The worst turtle roll ever. Well, I was thinking about going for it, and then I saw it closing. That was like the worst turtle roll ever. Oh. At first I thought I was gonna go for it. And then I was like, oh shit, it's gonna close out on me. So I tried to turtle, but I didn't get the board all the way over. So it flipped back on me, and then it just went toot, toot. I was like, oh fuck. Outside, the outsiders. Oh yeah, here we go. It's doable. Maybe not. Maybe. Why not? Why not?
Oh, these are fun. These are so much fun. Woo! Go, go, go! Oh! Check out these bros. Woo! Yeah. Right. You. Fun couple of waves so far. You. Let's do it. I like it. Woo! Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woo. I fumbled it.